Well, good afternoon, folks. Thanks for tuning in on this hump day. I'm Jurnee Taylor. And if you're in the Central Arkansas area, of course, you're hearing those warning sirens going off. Just a test on this Wednesday. We're going to go straight over to meteorologist Nathan Scott. And Nathan, officially, it is now the first full day of spring, but it still doesn't feel like spring to me.
What?
It doesn't.
Go outside.
Okay, I haven't been out there.
Go outside right now. It feels great out there right now. Temperatures start off this morning into the 40s, but now we're at 70 degrees already in the capital city, 67 in Hot Springs. So, Jurnee, I don't know what you're talking about. You just haven't been outside over the past hour. I'll forgive you for that. There are some clouds down to the south, 62, so it is a little bit cooler in Arkadelphia, 58 in the Queen. Now, I am watching a cold front that is parked right along the border of Arkansas and Missouri, producing maybe a shower into Benton County at this time. But as that cold front sinks its way down to the south, there will be potential. There could be an isolated shower or even a thunderstorm. If you're watching us, say in Newton County, Searcy County, Stone County, Izard County, and towards Sharp County, you see that little band, some showers, maybe some thunderstorms flaring up later for this afternoon into this evening. So be aware of that potential. Here in Central Arkansas, though, we're going to stay dry, and I think the temperatures will warm up into the mid-70s for most of us. Tomorrow, the chance of rain has gone down. Friday, though, the chance of rain has gone up, especially for South Arkansas. I'll have more on that complete forecast coming up.
The phones have been ringing nonstop for the people responsible for assessing property tax for folks living in Pulaski County.
We took 7,200 calls last week. Over the year, we've taken about 67,000 phone calls.
The chief administrator for the Pulaski County assessor you just heard from, who spends his time figuring the value of things like your car, boat, and even home, all things you have to pay taxes on each year. Now, some things to know: the bill you get in the mail is for last year. That won't be due in full until later this year in October. As for the 2024 assessment, you can get that done by May 31st to avoid a 10% penalty. The extra bill may come as a burden for a few people, a reason some lawmakers are working to get rid of it altogether.
I've always felt the personal property tax was kind of an unfair tax because when you purchase a vehicle, you pay taxes on it at the time of purchase, but then you have to pay taxes on it again year after year after year.
Representative Meeks says getting rid of the property tax won't come easy because that money typically goes towards things such as funding for public education. A new program could be on the way to help fight food insecurity in the city of Little Rock. Directors met on Tuesday to turn one of their solutions into a reality. What they came up with: a food commission that will work to turn food deserts into a thing of the past. That means more grocery stores, fresh food, and other resources for people who typically don't have that access.
We'll address food insecurity in Little Rock by collaborating with nonprofits, by getting citizens more engaged, and we'll be hopefully following up on the recommendations that the Food Desert Task Force presented.
Well, now that the solution is passed, the real work begins. The city is calling on you for help by getting engaged with the program. To apply, you can find the application on the Little Rock website. Growth continues with a new company set to break ground in the port of Little Rock. The Norwegian-based company, Elopak, will soon have a presence in the city. The packaging company is investing $70 million into the project, something officials say will help create more quality jobs here in the state. And March Madness is upon us, which means sports betting is about to pick up. This is the third year that online betting has been around for folks in Arkansas. In 2023, every casino in the state developed their own mobile app catered to the activity. It's something Scott Harding says has been very beneficial.
We're moving from 186 million one year to 404 million last year to probably 500 million plus this year, and that's really because of the mobile option. If you look at the numbers, about 85% of total wagers are coming through those apps.
Now, a quick reminder for people watching Channel 11, tomorrow and Friday, we will not be on air for noon, 5, 6, and 6:30 due to the March Madness games, but be sure to join us immediately after those on both days. Developing at noon, we now know more about the man that opened fire on federal agents in a home on Durance Court in West Little Rock just before 6 o'clock Monday morning. The shooter revealed to be 53-year-old Brian Malinowski, who until recently served as executive director of the Clinton National Airport. Malinowski opened fire on a federal agent as they attempted to serve a warrant. The injured agent then fired back, sending both of them to the hospital. Now, in a statement regarding the issue, the chairman of the Little Rock Municipal Airport Commission says, quote, "I have named Tom Clark, the airport's deputy executive director, as acting executive director. The day-to-day operations continue as normal." You can follow this story and any new details that may come on THV11.com. A ruling coming down by an appeals court is blocking a recent Supreme Court decision halting operations that would allow local officials to arrest migrants found crossing the border illegally. Natalie Brand has the latest on the legal controversy.
Texas law enforcement for now cannot detain migrants suspected of entering the country illegally after an appeals court paused a new state law while it hears arguments on the matter today.
Texas has invoked the authority provided to us in Article 1, Section 10 of the United States Constitution to declare an invasion and for Texas to defend ourselves.
Texas Senate Bill 4 would not only allow state authorities to make arrests, but it could allow state judges to issue deportation orders. Sheriff Martin Cuellar of Webb County, Texas, says he has concerns.
We're not immigration officers, and we have to get trained to make sure that we are following the rule of the law.
Attorney Kathleen Bush Joseph with the Migration Policy Institute says she's worried about confusion on the ground and the legal precedent it could set.
Talk about what you think the implications of this bill could be if it were to take effect.
This would absolutely be a sea change. For over a century, the Supreme Court has upheld the principle that the federal government sets immigration policy.
While the fight plays out in the courts, Mexico's government has already said it will not accept under any circumstances people deported by the state of Texas. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Tuesday afternoon, Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders deployed the state National Guard to the southern border in support of Texas soldiers who are working to combat illegal immigration. Meanwhile, President Biden and former President Trump continue their streak of victory on the campaign trail, the two sweeping their respective primaries in several states on Tuesday, both coming out victorious in states like Illinois, Kansas, Ohio, Arizona, and Florida, putting them one step closer to a November rematch. In your Eclipse Central, grocery stores and restaurants are joining in everyone else who are gearing up for the big event on April 8th. Some of your favorite restaurants are doing just that by bringing in extra food and even adjusting store hours. Grocery stores are also expected a big influx of customers. They're looking to get ahead by loading up on extra supplies to avoid falling behind.
Treat it like a snowstorm. Go ahead. You don't wait till the day the snow hits to go buy your milk and your bread and everything. So don't wait till the day of the eclipse.
Good says while they're doing what they can to make sure they don't run out of food, there's still a chance shelves could become empty. He's encouraging all locals to get what they need before the weekend of April 6th. Well, it's the end of the warmest winter ever recorded. Just ahead, climate concerns and the warning that comes with it.